MindFreedom International also helps educate the public. We have a mad market of books, DVDs, and other gear like Bob Whitaker's new book, Anatomy of an Epidemic. In fact, his book even credits MindFreedom International as promoting one of the main strategies to challenge the psychiatric system by questioning the science behind their claims of a chemical imbalance. In fact, we have brochures you can give out wherever you are. We have a truth injection you can leave anywhere for the mental health system to find out about the there is no chemical imbalance proven, that they tell us that we have to. I was told, yeah, I had to stay on psychiatric drugs for life, and they were wrong. So this brochure helps challenge that. We have a Mind Freedom journal that comes out, a little paper journal to help connect people up for those who don't get the internet, especially. But I encourage people to contact the Mind Freedom office. You can just Google Mind Freedom International or phone our office. In the USA, you can phone toll-free 1-877-MAD-PRIDE, 1-877-MAD-PRID. You don't need the E at the end, so it's 1-877-MAD-PRIDE, or email us, office@mindfreedom, mindfreedom.org. And join. Ask for a packet of information or become a member, become active. We're counting on your initiative. Obviously, we're about a pretty low-resourced, independent nonprofit, so we're absolutely counting on members like yourself to become active, take leadership, work with other members. We connect members in a variety of ways with web forums, email lists, teleconferences just for members. We have a web radio show. So we're doing what we can to help members connect with other members and organize and build community. It's going to take just thousands upon thousands of people to challenge, I think, one of the worst oppressions the planet's seen, which is the massive psychiatric drug industry, the mental health industry, segregating people, locking them up, drugging them, labeling them, disempowering them, creating hopelessness. But this time there is a mad movement. Finally, after centuries, there's a mad movement that is speaking out, is questioning, is challenging, and we need to all unite. We may have different perspectives, but we need to unite about the core principles of human rights and choice and humane alternatives. So join and get active soon. Thanks. One of our members is a ceramic artist and made this beautiful flying brain. Yes, thank you, Shasta. So I'd just like to say that, this is your brain on Mind Freedom International. To fly free of the oppression of hundreds and hundreds of years of the psychiatric system telling us what is supposedly normal, and instead free your mind with Mind Freedom International today. Yeah, this picture here is with the cowboy hat. That's Justin Dart, who's considered the father of the Americans with Disabilities Act. One of the most courageous and well-known disability advocates and activists, and he really supported the psychiatric survivor movement, connecting up with the whole cross-disability movement, because a lot of the disability advocates really get it. Nothing about us without us, equality for all, and never ever take away liberty based on a disability label. So Justin Dart, one of his favorite sayings in his speeches was "No forced treatment ever." No forced treatment ever. And so he's one of our heroes. This is him just before he donated his Presidential Medal of Freedom to the Smithsonian and had me wear it just before he went down to the Smithsonian. Really nice of him. I just also wanted to make sure that you viewers are free of any normality. If you think that someone on TV is talking personally to you, that's one of the symptoms listed for psychosis. So join the club. We're just going to check you real quick for normality right here. We have a rubber chicken. The Patch Adams Clown Troupe taught us this skit. We've screened more than 1,000 people. I'm just going to just double check and make sure that there's no normality out there among the folks listening. Oh no. If you could all please do something non-normal while you're listening. We've done more than 1,000 screenings and we've never found any normality. Maybe you can make an animal noise or some other kind of test, and I'm sure that you'll be clear of normality. We have to use some amount of humor and theater and music and so forth to reach people. But in all seriousness, he says with his rubber chicken, in all seriousness, what's mistakenly called normal is one of the worst mental and emotional distresses ever brought to the planet. The environmental movement is actually one of the key allies for what we're doing, because now science knows that what is called normal is actually shredding the environmental fabric of the planet. So I think that we're all in the same boat. To be human, to be alive, is to experience what's called madness. Nobody has a grip on reality. We're all wrestling with overwhelm. We challenge what's called saneism. You've heard of racism, you've heard of sexism. We challenge saneism. Uh-oh, I'm feeling the nose going off. I'm detecting some normality. And it's a false alarm because there is no normality. I know we deal with some pretty heavy issues. I myself experienced forced drugging. I was in solitary confinement. We deal with deaths in the mental health system. We deal with horrendous torture, trauma, and abuse. But we use every peaceful, nonviolent means that we can to resist this kind of oppression and to promote a more humane, empowering approach for mental health care. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hugh Massengill. I'm a mental health sort of a consumer. I spent years in mental hospitals diagnosed with chronic paranoid schizophrenic and spent many years trying to fight my way out of it. And I live in Eugene, Oregon, and I'm so grateful that I discovered MindFreedom and gotten its support. And I just think of the world of David and MindFreedom. He's done an awful lot of good for an awful lot of people. There are very few people out there who are doing this kind of work. Believe me, David is doing it on a shoestring. And I just want to express my gratitude and my admiration.
Encourage you to join, to become active, and unite with thousands of other folks. This is part of an historic movement. There have only been a few times in the centuries that psychiatric survivors have organized their own groups and spoken out. And these last 40 years, mental health consumers and psychiatric survivors have had the social change movement. And MindFreedom International is one of the key independent activist groups in that movement. So everyone is welcome. Mental health workers, mental health professionals, family members, advocates, attorneys, the general public. Everybody is encouraged to become active with MindFreedom International, take leadership. We have many ways to get involved and to take action together. If people take action by themselves, that's okay. There are authors who have to work totally by themselves. But MindFreedom International's vision is really from the first 6 words of our mission statement: in a spirit of mutual cooperation. MindFreedom International is a united voice for survivors of psychiatric abuse, and we unite with other allies to challenge the bullying of the mental health system and promote humane alternatives, a vision of a nonviolent revolution in mental health. We hope you join us. Thanks.